started as a regular personal trainer, then was in professional cycling for 5 years and learned a lot about cardio training and also nutrition. Out of that, got involved in motorsport and got involved with Ricky as one of my first clients. Basically, it snowballed from there to training with him and then moving into road racing with Nicky Hayden, and then moved on to James, which was also a great experience, great move, and to work with him. And when my contract was up with James, I was approached by Ryan, and I kind of liked where he was at. He was coming off an injury, knowing that he had some work ahead of him and had the desire and wanted to prove a point. And I think has a very bright future, a lot of potential, and the up-and-coming guys from Pro Circuit that I think have big futures, and that's really been my life for the last 10 years. So what I do in the beginning is run a certain amount of tests on each athlete. And from that, I can get the numbers that relate to the training. So we got it rolling quickly. Ryan was very receptive, and it just, snowballed, so it's been good. I think the biggest thing with all the athletes that I've dealt with, and especially with a new athlete, is just getting a better structure, covering all the bases from the diet to the training and breaking up the training the right way to the riding and fitting it in right, because it isn't easy. There's ups and downs, and seeing where hopefully that I can be the best fit. So it's worked out even better with Kawasaki and obviously just all monster riders. A lot of cardio is needed with the training, so I try and utilize specific equipment, bicycles and mountain bikes. And then Trickster does a fine indoor trainer, which is unique in the way it moves with the upper body and obviously being able to pedal it. And then the rowing machine is another good cardio workout, but also utilizing the upper body with the lower body. And then over and above that, we use dumbbells and ball workouts for core. When I go to the track with the guys, I have a plan set for what they're going to accomplish for the day. And it's based on each guy, where they're at, when they're racing, what's going on. And then I direct that at the track, meaning, how many laps, make sure they're accountable, so knowing the lap times. So I can see areas that need to be fixed if needed. But I've also got to be careful in those areas because I've never gone and jumped a triple or done anything, in that department. So, it's one thing telling a guy to go and do something specific, but there are areas where I can see, hey, either the entry's wrong or you're bad on your exit, the middle of the corner's not looking good. There's definitely enough there that I feel I can give feedback for the guy to focus on or work on. But it is a fine line, especially at that high-end level, because you don't want to throw out something like, hey, you can do that, and if the guy says, well, you get on the bike and do it, that could be a problem now, So I think I've got enough respect from the guys where my input, they take it, they utilize it, and can hopefully grow from that. And it depends. If we're doing intensity workouts, then I'm there to push them. And if we're doing normal workouts, I'm actually there to see that they don't get carried away. In fact, sometimes it's hard to back them down a bit because they're all competitive guys. So if you have them all together, I've got to monitor that not one's overdoing or out of their zone, because there is a specific purpose for everything that we do.
For the amateurs out there, what is it that you would suggest for them to start on as a small program now?
Really, you've got to be practical in what you can allocate to training. Some guys, have full-time jobs and they can only ride on the weekend and stuff like that. So the way you've got to look at it is, how much time can I dedicate to training? Any type of cardio is going to help you. And start off with 30 minutes and write down what you did do that day, what you did do the next day, so you get some sort of accountability, get some sort of cardio fitness and some stretching so that your body's more apt to suddenly going wide open and having to hold on and maneuver a bike around. That's, makes it just a little bit easier, and that grows. It for sure has its place. I'm always on the watch for future guys that I feel I can mold and work with. I don't think the plan's for everyone. And especially now, I do feel I'm at a stage where, wanting to open up a facility, which is the next big step in Florida. We want to have a full, at least 2-track supercross facility, a building that has its own gym, workout area, and some accommodation, and with a kitchen to actually teach nutrition. Because I always say there's a lacking in the area of nutrition with motorcycle athletes. And it'll have a separate workshop. We set up all the motorcycles. Someone comes there for at least, for a week or 2 weeks. They can learn a lot about themselves, and also a lot when they're leaving about where they could be improving on. And yeah, we're just tying in the little pieces now to get it up and rolling by the end of this year, and actually incorporate a few more elite guys that I feel have the ingredients that I could run tests on and hopefully mold for the future.